Okay, let's look at the homework 7.4, 7.5, problem number 6. All right, so you have this function of two variables, x and y, and we want to find the slope in the x direction and the slope in the y direction. All right, so let's do that. All right, so in order to find the slope of this surface in the x direction, we have to take the partial derivative with respect to x. All right, so let's do that first. So partial derivative of z with respect to x would be, all right, so partial derivative of x squared with respect to x would be 2x. All right, then partial derivative with respect to a partial derivative of negative y squared with respect to x would be 0, because y is considered to be constant when you take the partial with respect to x. So you just get this, right? Then in order to find the slope at point -4, 3, 7, all you have to do is plug in x equals -4, y equals 3, and z equals 7. But in this case, the partial derivative here doesn't involve y or z, so you just have to plug in x equals 4. So it's 2 times -4. So that will be -8. All right. So that's the slope in the x direction. All right. So how about the y direction? So now we have to take the partial derivative. Oops, sorry. Right, we have to take the partial derivative of z with respect to y. Right. So partial derivative of x squared would be 0. Partial derivative of -y squared would be -2y. All right. Then all you really have to do is plug in y equals 3, because the y is the only one that's involved in the formula. So it's going to be -2 times 3. That will be -6. Right? So that is the slope in the y direction at the given point. Right? So let's type it in. All right, so we found that to be -8 and -6. All right, so let's submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got both of these guys correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.